You ever look into flat Earth?
Okay, again, this is from some past footage. This was from 12/17/2017. Um, I had actually caught Cutter's Rock at this time. I even have earlier footage when there was a little more light out. This was after the sun departed our view. But as you can see, that the water is still gleaming red. It's reflecting the light from above, the clouds from above. Here's Bill Watts, 3.59 miles with water well beyond. Showing you the water that would be hidden in the mirroring effect when the mirroring effect is occurring, like in my previous video showing you how the mirroring works and what it hides. It hides everything, and it also compresses things, as you'll see in here. Okay, here's Hernando Beach. Not sure exactly the mileage on it, but it has to be at least 5 miles away. I've been out there on my boat, posted that, posted its coordinates. But here's a tickler too. You gotta um, convert it to match Google Earth. Here's Billy Steele's, 7.73 miles with water well beyond. Y'all might remember some of this footage right here. Taboo Conspiracy made a nice video out of it, but we deleted it because of my misidentification of these rocks, or these bird racks. I had Billy Steele's as Hernando Beach and Cutter's Rock as Billy Steele's. So I am correcting these. And as you see here, I'm going back to the left, and we'll come across Cutter's Rock again. There's Cutter's Rock. And we'll go back by Hernando Beach again. Here's Hernando Beach. Then I start going back to the right, if you notice. Go back to the right, go back to the right. There went Billy Steele's again. And right here, I turn up the brightness 20%. It started getting a little dark. Again, I caught this. I caught Billy Steele's earlier in the day. Had the footage to prove that too. Know kind of exactly where it's at now too when I'm in that same spot. Now I was at the Hernando Beach, the secondary park, standing out in front of that that little spot where the little pathway goes down to the water. I was standing right there. Tide was fairly high too, wasn't low. Had me up the bank a little bit. But the bugs were really, really bad. Now here I am going to the right, and here we are. Here's Billy, or Cutter's Rock, at 11.5 miles with water well beyond. You can see it. It's there. And Taboo also did a video where he used some of this same footage from this night, showing boats way back there. You know, distorted, yes, but you could actually see that it was a boat. Maybe some of my farthest boats that I've ever filmed. And look here, you can even see the little signs out there on these um, near these bird racks too. I'll show you when we get to the north rack. But here coming up is going to be that halfway marker, and I stopped and paused it on that. Um, Obviously, it's much closer to me, but look where the water line is on it, when usually that rack or that halfway marker is floating in the air. Most of the time I do a lot of videos, it's always floating. And it's not quite halfway there. It's probably about a mile and a half from my location. I've never measured it or took its coordinates, but I plan on it. And we'll try to match that up too with the rest of these racks. Because I also film it from Pine Island, which is 2 miles further north. And even going further north 2 miles, catching boats coming out of Hernando Beach perfectly on the water. And I'm going past a lot of stuff that I see in here that I'm kind of flicking through. I'm trying to get over to the Bayport entrance rack, but I passed a lot of stuff. Here's the Bayport entrance rack, and I took screenshots on all of these and placed them in here at 3.5 miles. I think it's 3.58 to be exact. I didn't want to dig through a bunch of records or files to find it. But here coming up is going to be the North Bayport rack. And also with this, you can see the signs that are out there. Now those signs aren't sticking up, but maybe 10 feet, if that, and you can still see them. They're still visible. So instead of things being pulled up, they're being hidden, and they're also being pulled into the mirroring effect that occurs out there. These far off distant racks, they would be just totally swallowed by that the mirroring effect, and or blocked out by the waves. Waves, if it's real rough out there, there's no way I would see these, because the wave height would block off these distant boats, especially if there's any mirroring. So you got mirroring that's close and mirroring that's also far off in the distance at times. That also blocks things out. Plus the wave heights can block out these far off distance. Thank you for watching.